We had folks here today. Greta, good morning. Queen, good morning. Deborah, good morning. Wow. Okay, welcome. All righty. Whew, it's a bright morning here. But last night it rained cat and dog. And I'm like, this is supposed to be the dry season. Carnival was rained out, but that didn't stop anything. People were like, yep, we're gonna be nice and cool. All right, everybody, good morning. It's Monday. You know, Monday is stretch Monday. It's yoga, Pilates. We don't do, intentional cardio, or we just stretch the body after the weekend. If you have not worked out in a while, this is a good intro. We don't go hard like we do on Wednesday and Friday, but we just going to gently stretch the body. We start with these, where we're stretching the ankles and the legs. So give yourself some time, get a towel, because even though you don't jump up and down, you do burn calories. So let's again continue to stretch the ankles and the legs. Thank you for joining us. Our body is our responsibility, and we should take care of our tempo. I think the mistake people make is that they wait until the doctor say you have high blood pressure, then they go to do something. Oh, you have diabetes, but that one is a struggle. Or you have the C. I don't like to say that word. But anyway, take care of your body while you can. Okay? Now let's just move. And one thing you should always do is to breathe in and out. Don't hold. Put your hands on your thigh. And just keep going. Because these long bones in your legs are very important. And as you get older, they tend to go weak. That's why you don't want to sit down at home and do nothing. It's like you're going to shrivel up and you're going to lose the strength in your legs if you don't keep moving. All right? So whatever it is, walk. All right. We're going to continue with the legs. Just sit here. We call this your power stance. And keep going a little bit, and then we're going to go down with the arms, opposite legs. All right? Now not stand, sit, don't move. Take these hands, and we're going to go 1. Try to touch the ground, but if you can't, it's okay. 2, 3, that's a goal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now sit here for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With your arms out, come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think we woke up the booties and the hips. breathe, breathe. Then let's go, inhale, arms up. Inhale, look up to the sky, to the ceiling, and say, thank you, God, for waking you up. Because you don't know, you are on the wake up list. Don't know why. Just choose to be grateful. Say thank you. And bring your arms down slowly. Don't jerk your back. Very good. Grab your ankles. You might need to open your legs a little wider. And then gently go from side to side. Now you're really stretching the lower back and the hip joint. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's good. Now move your arms up. 1, 2, 3. And come up on your leg, on your toes, and down. Push your booty back. And up and down. Push. Push backward. Oh, that feels amazing. And up and down. Last one. Up. Hold it for a couple of seconds. Feel the toes and back. Woo. Now bring your arms, your hand in, and just push your booty back. Push. Push. Woo. And do a little bounce. All right, come to center. Bend your knees. Bring your hands in and sit. Just sit right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feel the stretch. 8, 9, 10. Again, move your elbows out and come up on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're training those legs to be strong. Right? We're gonna do one last leg stretch. And it's also the balancing, one of the balancing exercises we do. Very good. Bring one leg up in the front and one back. Make sure you have a nice wide stance and push forward. Push. Push. Woo. I told you that little thing I have in the back of my heel on the right. I feel it when I do this. Yes. Now, bring the toe, come on your toes, and push. And then now bend the knee, go down. Oh, now, this is balancing. So we're gonna open the arms and we're gonna go up and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now come up. That's good. Now stretch the front leg. Yes. Feeling good. All right, come up. Now we're gonna switch. One leg back. Make it like a big wide angle. And sit here for a second. Remember to breathe, right? Yes. Breathe. Now come on your toes. Yes. Oh, that feels good. Now go down on the knee. The back knee goes down. Right? Get your balance. And then let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms out and bring the opposite leg front and stretch. Stretch. Woo. So good. You know, you shake it a little bit because it's a balance exercise. Balancing, I should say. Yes. Very good. All right. Legs together. Arms up. Again, being grateful and thankful. Breathe. What you're doing is that your arms, you're trying to reach the ceiling, and then your legs are planted. So you're really stretching your midsection. Stretch, pull it, pull. It's like somebody's pulling you from the sky. And you feel it in your tummy, in your core. Woo! Yes. You know, it may not seem like a big movement, but you feel the effect, right? All right. Now let's roll the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You pray to God that you still have shoulders that are still supple and moving, because once you mess them up, it's a no bueno. I have a sister here who's really struggling. She said to me she was trying to lift a lot of weight, like heavy weight, and she tore up something up here, and those things hurt. You hear me? My poor sister, she's gonna have to have surgery. Yeah. Okay. Now, oh, we didn't do our neck. Let's do our neck exercises, right? Stretches. We're just stretching today. Now bring your neck, turn it to one side, and try to look back if you can. Then you're really stretching that. They call this muscle the sternocleidomastoid. It's a long name. And you're stretching it. Because if you work on the computer a lot like I do, you feel the tension in your neck. Let's go the other side. Gently try just to look back. Gently. Take care of your neck, because your neck, the nerves in your neck control the rest of your body. So if you mess up your neck, some people have back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, and if the doctor messes up something up here during surgery, then you can be paralyzed. So let's not play with your neck, okay? And then now we're gonna put the neck down. When you bring the neck down, just loosen up your shoulders and feel it. Feel it gently, okay? Now bring it to the center. Keep your eyes open and push it back. You're stretching the thyroid here. And the thyroid controls your metabolism. How many calories you burn. And some people have an enlarged one. Anything that's enlarged in your body doesn't work the way it's supposed to, okay? Because God didn't design anything to be overgrown. If your heart is overgrown, it's weaker. If you have an enlarged thyroid, it's goiter. They have to get it off, take it off, right? Okay. Now let's do warrior one. Open your legs. This is a yoga pose. All right, you always want to be strong in your legs. Open it as far as you can to get the best result from this exercise. Hand on the hips and move to one side, like you're gonna surf. Stretch it. Feel the stretch. You know, yoga and Pilates, they stretch you out so you can be limber and you're less likely to get injured. And your muscles get stretched and strong like a rubber band. You stretch it and you tighten and you release. All right? Now put this part of your arm on your thigh, and the other arm, we're gonna go straight line, not all the way like this, but straight. All right? And again, this is a stretch to the tummy, to the arm, and stretch it. Stretch it. Now, slowly turn your face to the ceiling, palm to the ceiling, and then you really feel that stretch. Breathe. Don't lose your balance, and come back. Yes. So good. Now we're going to do the other side. Bend one leg. Bend it. Bend it so you can feel the stretch. And then put your arm up here and straight line. Straight. Oh, I feel that stretch. Woo. In the hip area. Stretch it. Stretch it. Oh. And then turn your face to the ceiling. Don't lose your balance. Breathe. Breathe in the stretch. And then come back in. Yes. Wow. That is really good. All right. So now we're going to do a little bit more balancing. And then we're going to do our sit to stand, which is a good test. When you're older, it tests how frail you are. If you are able to walk without, walking like you're wobbling, somebody would go and you would fall over. No, you're going to be strong and be planted, right? So now, let's do lateral legs and then the front. Everybody knows my balance is not very good, so I need to do it as much as you. All right, let's go. We're going to go with this leg, just lateral leg. 10. 1, 2, 3. Keep your body as center as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're loosening the hip joint. 9, 10. Now we're going to go front. It's not so hard kicking. It's just holding that's hard. But let's kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good for your core. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, how'd you do? It's not easy kicking front. Oh, we got 10 people. Wow. Welcome, ladies. Maybe there's a gentleman. I don't know. Thanks for joining today. Yeah, today I opened it to everybody, but the rest of the week is for members only. So if you want to continue working out with us, and we go harder on Wednesday and Friday. Now, we're just stretching today. But you got to become a member, otherwise you're not going to see us on Wednesdays and Fridays. All right, let's do the lateral leg. This one. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? And front kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means your hip joints are working. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? You want to continue doing these things to keep yourself supple. All right. So now grab a chair, and we're going to do our sit to stand. This is a test that your geriatrician, who is a specialist in aging, will usually do just to see how strong you are. And even if you have a chair with arms, don't touch the arms. The idea is for you to be able to get yourself up without holding on to something. Not easy as it sounds, but if you're first getting started, it may be a bit difficult. We do 20, but if you can do 5, or what you want to do is continuing doing it at home so that you can increase how many you can do. The way they do it, they see how many you can do in 1 minute. I'm not going to worry about how fast we go up and down. I just want us to be able to get up and down. Yeah, I don't get caught up in the details. All right, I'm going to put my booty to touch the back of the chair, right? Get your legs planted. Now the strength's going to be in your leg to lift you up. Ready? 1. And then when you come up, squeeze the glutes. 2. You may want to make sure you're getting in the chair and not falling on the side. 3. 3, 4, 5, and squeeze. 6, squeeze. 7, breathe. 8. Let's talk about the strength of your legs. 9. If you want to stop here, you can. Just come back to it. You can do it on your own. 11. 12. And you're going to see your heart's going to be pumping. 13. Something so simple. 14. Squeeze on the up. 16. On the up. 17. Almost there. 18. 19. 20. You know, one day we'll sit in the chair and do what they call chair yoga. I don't see it as much anymore. Now it's Tai Chi. Tai Chi walking. Walking slow can make you lose belly fat. I don't know how people can keep a straight face and tell people that. All right, but that would be one chair yoga exercise, right? And then that would be another one. And that could be another one. So there are things you can do sitting in the chair. If you can't, I mean, we're not jumping up and down. This might be hard on the knees if you have knee issues, but this should be a good one. So as I say, don't wait for the workout. Just work out on your own. Do things when you're watching TV. That would be a good thing to do. Sit in the chair and open and close and lift. Some people lift one at a time. That's a good one. You can do that. That's good. All right? So you're not limited in what you can do. And it's nice to have people to encourage you, but you shouldn't let that keep you from doing things on your own. Okay? All right, I think for the few minutes we have, we'll do something on the ground. We have 6 minutes. Let us, well, yeah, you need a mat. If you don't have a mat, you could use a towel, but I have tile. If you have carpeting, it might work for you. All right? So, one exercise we do is a plank. The plank is a very good exercise because it tightens your whole body, what's your arm, your back, your legs. So, I think we held for 80 last time, but this is beginner. Let's just shoot for like 30 because, you know, some of you may not have been doing it. And if you go down after 5, it's okay, you know you're at home. No one can see you. No one's gonna laugh at you. Okay? So I use the stopwatch on my phone so to help me keep the count. Alright? So you go down, and then we're gonna go, and then we're gonna do some stretches with the legs, so don't worry. We get started. This is what we call a low plank. And you just hold it there. Breathe. This is very good for your whole body. 15. Okay. Well, we're about 30. I'll go 60, but if you stop right here, it's okay. Because you see, the more I do it, the longer I can hold it. 45, we'll stop at 60. 1 minute. Breathe. All right. 60 seconds, which is 1 minute. And let's stretch. Whenever you tighten a muscle, you want to stretch it. All right? Let's stretch this side and stretch this side. Woo! Very good. Now roll your back and relax it. You're stretching your back. Curve. Woo. And stretch it. One last time. Curve and stretch. All right. Let's do some legs. All right. Straighten out your leg. That's good exercise. We're going to slowly lift it up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Bend the knee, and we're going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. And then turn it to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that one is good for the legs. You know, you want your legs to be slim. And then you, well, I don't know. This is supposed to be good for the booty, but I don't have it. And I don't think I can do this exercise and do the yin yang. It's still going to be flat, okay? You know, when I was in Africa, I was so embarrassed. Oh my God. And even here in Panama, the ladies are well endowed. I'm walking in a car and I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm embarrassing these people here because, whoo, sister doesn't have it. Nope. I was absent when God was giving out the booty. But at this age, I can't worry about it anymore. Nah, I do not. All right, the other leg, straighten it out, and let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend it, and we're going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten it out, and we go lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. If I was really good, the leg would have been higher. But hey, I'm not competing with anybody. Remember that. You are not. So, Let's just do some abs. There is an exercise we do for the bladder, where we tighten the bladder because yesterday I went to that carnival and I was standing on my feet. I think I was there for 4 hours. Well, you know, a lot of us, that's around the time we need to empty our bladder, right? So once the brain sends the message to your bladder that it needs to empty, if you train your bladder muscle, it's going to be able to hold the urine where you don't have to rush. You know how we are as we get older? It doesn't matter where we go, we're like, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Because you know, when that message gets here, it's like, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go right now. There was a commercial like that, right? So if you tighten the bladder muscle, then it's going to be able to hold it longer. Then you don't have what we call urgency and frequency. Frequency is how fast you go. Urgency is gotta go now. So again, when you're at home, in bed, before you put your feet down, just stay in the bed and tighten the bladder muscle. They call them Kegel or Kegel exercises. You do it. You're telling your brain, you need to control this thing here, right? And tighten. But we help a little bit with this exercise. And we're gonna stretch first. Put your arms overhead and stretch. That means you're stretching the abdominal muscle because you're gonna tighten it. You always should stretch a muscle before you tighten it. That's when it becomes like a rubber band, right? Elastic and can snap. All right? Okay. So the bladder is underneath this fat. You got your skin, you got fat, you got muscle. Well, the bladder is under there. So it is really deep inside the abdominal cavity. So you have to really be intentional and tight, okay? So I could do it like this, but sometimes the back tends to arch. So I ask you to put your two heels, bend your knees just a little bit. Focus on the thinking. The bladder is way deep in there. So you really have to let your brain control that muscle. And then we take a deep breath and we hold. All right? You ready? Let's go. Let's take a deep breath in and down and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. 1, 2, tighten. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold. Hold it. Tighten. And relax. Woo. Yes. Relax it. Breathe out. And out. And the other leg, you're relaxing the abdominal muscle. Right? We do sets of 3. So we do number 2. Get on your heels and then deep breath in and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, tighten. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Hold. And release. Whew. Yes. Make sure you're doing it. You have to feel it. You have to be intentional about that tightening exercise, right? We have one last one to do. All right. Get on your heels and then deep breath in and tighten on the exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. Hold it, tight, consciously tight. Tight. And relax. Woo. Yes. Now we're gonna stretch your abdominals. Move your ankles and bring your knee to the opposite side and open your arm on the other side. Woo. This is good. If you can't get there, that's okay. Just the intent. You feel that stretch, right? Okay. And put this leg down and do the opposite. You're stressing the transverse abdominal, yes. And the upper abs. Bring your knees in. Now we're stretching to finish off. Bring your knees in. Hug your knees. Hug your knees. And bring them up. Your legs all the way up. Walk your hands. See how far you can reach with your legs straight. Now hold on to one leg and bring the other one down. And grab this leg and pull it in. Try to reach your ankle. If you can't, that would be a goal for you. To say, oh, I need to stretch. Because your joints are very flexible. The more you use them, the more you push them to stretch, the more they're going to stretch. Good. Now bring it down and bring the other leg up and bring it in and walk your hand up to grab your ankle. That's your goal, to get to the ankle and push it in, pull it in, right? Woo. So good. Yes. Now do both knees to one side. That feels good. And to the other side. That feels good too. So good. Now bring your knees in, legs, and open your legs. This is a nice stretch for the legs and for the inner thighs. If you grab your inner thighs, you hold the legs steady. But if you want to push it a little bit, you can. But you don't even have to. Gravity is going to bring the leg down. Whew. So good. Stretch your ankles. Stretch your ankle. Oh, that's a good stretch. Can you do another one? Bring it down slowly and stretch. This will most likely try to make your hip joint more flexible. Okay? The more you do it, the more flexible you're going to be. Bring it in, and we do one more. And out. Yes. Oh, so good. So good. Now bring your head up and your arm between your legs. Now bend, bring it to the ground, and come out. How'd you do on the floor? Inhale up. Thank you, God, for life, for breath. We don't know why you're giving us the blessing of still being here, but others aren't, right? We don't know. We pray that we make this thing count. Bring your arms back. You're stretching the neck. Yes. Arms out and out. And bring your arms to the back and push. Push. This feels so good. Push it. You're stretching the shoulder blades, right? You feel that? Yes. Now there is one little stretch that we do. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. I'm coming onto the mat. I'm gonna straighten my legs. My arms are like this, and I come up and let your neck rest. This is a good tightening, stretching at the same time, showing how strong your arms are. So that should be a goal for you to be able to do that, right? Okay, let's come up. We're basically done, ladies. I hope you can come up. Don't be like my friend who went down and she couldn't get up. She said she rolled to the right, rolled to the left, and she couldn't get up by herself. Somebody has to give her a hand. All right. Inhale. Yes. Exhale. Side stretch. Side stretch. Side stretch. Elbow to the ears. Elbow to the ears. Elbow to the ears. And down we go. And stretch the back. Stretch the back. Oh. Now curve your arms. Yes. And you're really opening the shoulder blades. Yes. Your whole back. It's a good stretch. So if you ever feel your back is hurting, just do this. All right? Put your fingertips to the ground. Your knees are straight. And come back up. Last inhale. And down. Namaste. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. Mid-afternoon. Oh, are you in the UK? Must be in Europe somewhere. All right, ladies, don't forget the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Another beautiful day in paradise here. So we give God thanks. You're welcome, Deborah. All right. Miss Queen, it was so nice to have you with us. Yes. CC Cruz. Oh, good morning, CC. That's a new face too, a new name. Because I know my peeps. And Crystal's here. MB. Oh, that's another one. Good morning. MBJX. Ooh. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the stretch. Yes. Have an amazing day, everybody, and make it count. You know what I say in my podcast, which you should be listening to. It's free every morning at 6 a.m. Go be a good human. You know, so many wretched people out there. We need to counteract that with some good folks. You know, people talk about these files and what's in them. I'm like, I'm not interested in reading that because men has always been wretched. There is nothing that they're doing that would surprise me anymore. Things with kids, 2 kids. Oh yeah, yeah, they keep still doing it. So there's nothing new under the sun. So don't catch your pearl and say, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, they've always been wretched. There is nothing new under the sun. So just stay centered and be good, do good, and keep it moving, right? All right, ladies, I will see you on Wednesday. Remember, you have to be a member to see us on Wednesday. I just open it on Mondays only, just so that to give you a little taste. But we do go harder. We do jumping jacks and other things, so it's not going to be this easy. This is after the weekend. We like to kind of stretch. And, Crystal says she looks forward to the stretch. Yes, you got to stay centered and not be, distracted by the noise and the stuff that they're saying they were doing to children, with children. They've always done that. That's the wickedness. When I read, there was I'm not going to say the country in Africa where, kids love soccer. Soccer is like here, they're just in love with it. And when you're in poverty, you're looking for something to be, your ticket out. Like some of our kids in the state, they look to sports, right? They want to make it to the big league. And these little kids were going to this some soccer camp and just hoping they can catch somebody's eye. And of course, all the coaches were there, watching them to say, oh yeah, this one's got skill, that one's got skill, right? So it was like a competition for the future, for the soul. And then they had these kids in a like a dorm, right? And then after the fact, years later, these kids would tell you in the middle of the night, one of the coaches would come and grab one or two of them, and when they took him to a room, and in that room were like 5 to 10 older men wearing their robes, waiting to mess with these two kids. And then what they told the kids is like, you want to play soccer? That's the price you pay. How wicked is that? And these kids didn't say anything because they wanted to play. What happened to the Boy Scouts? It happens all the time. All the time. And of course, parents who are poor were like, yeah, 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 go, go, go. You just don't pay attention. You don't understand the wickedness of these people. And to say to some kids, we're gonna mess you up for life, but we're gonna give you a chance to play soccer. Ugh. So don't be surprised what they do to women. Trafficking people. They've always trafficked people. They trafficked our forefathers. I mean, that's what it was. Trafficking on a world scale, right? That's what they do. Take, oppress, mentally maim you if you allow it. That's why you don't. Catholic school with the priest, yes. And do you know, to this day, when I see a priest, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I know it shouldn't be. And I'm like, I hope you're not messing with these kids. The pastors, the youth pastors, yeah, somehow. And then what about the parents? What about the daddies, the stepfathers? Listen, wickedness has no bound. They're arresting them here all the time for messing with their own daughters, uncles, messing with these kids. And children are so innocent. Once you burst that cocoon of innocence, they're messed up for life. Only a few will get over it. But over it, some of them can. There was a girl who had been trafficked for years, and she stayed strong in her mind. She said, I'm going to get out. And she got out. She went to a lot of therapy to cleanse herself and realize it wasn't your fault. Because, kids, they're going to say, oh, it's my fault. And how many times the kids would tell the mom that the dad did, and they're like, you lying, you're such a liar. Yes. Yes. I was watching this program where this pastor has messed with a lady. The lady was married now. And those marriages are usually fraught with issues because the girl has an identity crisis. And sometimes intimacy, they have a problem with intimacy once somebody's messed with you and got rid of your innocence. So they were doing this, I don't know, what is worship or come to Jesus or whatever. So she went up there and she confronted the pastor. She said, do you remember messing with me in your office when I was this age? She said it in front of the whole congregation. Guess what happened after she said that? The whole church gathered around the pastor, laid hands on him, and prayed for God to forgive him. They did not look one moment at that woman who had been the victim. That's how wicked it is. When people forget, right? You look at the victim, you probably say, oh, maybe you were coquettish, maybe you were throwing yourself, maybe you wore whatever. That's what they do. That's what they do. So don't be surprised, sisters. I know it kind of shocks you for a moment, but you have to go back and understand how wicked this world is, how wicked mankind is. And I think what I tell people, I said, the only hope that we have is that we have some people who are decent. So we can't lump them all. Otherwise, we would lose our grip on humanity. We would say, well, the whole is going the world's going to pass, but we know there are a few people that are still trying to do good. So choose to focus on that. And you have to be intentional, because otherwise all the noise, the news and everything, social media, I mean, that's why you don't feed yourself a diet of that stuff, because sometimes something happened in your mind, you don't realize it, there's a little switch that goes off, and then you go to the other side. I don't know if you've heard, I don't know if I said that in one of the podcasts. I feel that a lot of human beings are like on the edge, and it doesn't take much to make them flip over. That's why you have to stay strong. Make sure you plant it on this side. You don't stay on the edge all the time. And you protect your mind. You protect what you allow your eyes to see. You protect what you allow your ears to keep hearing that. Eventually, it's going to do something to you without you realizing it. And then you wake up one day, you're way on the other side. And you're like, how the hell did I get here? And you may not even say that because your sense of where you are is gone. So all of a sudden you envelop in this false narrative, and I think that's what happened to people who are brainwashed. We got a lot of them right now because they engage in those. They're in the chat rooms, they're in those spaces, and just keep hearing the same thing over. That's how they radicalize people. You feed themselves a constant diet of the stuff you want to get into their brain, then you can manipulate them, right? God has given you a brain. God and you are in charge of that. You don't allow someone or something to take over. They will. This is a constant battle between good and evil. You got to know where you are. You got to know what side you're on, sis. You can't be like this. No, no, no. Not in this world. And when I with my kids, I worked really hard to get them. And I have to say, as adult, they are thinking. They'll say, oh, no, no, no. I'm like, okay, they got it. So even now when I'm talking to them, I'm constantly reinforcing. I'm not teaching anymore because now I'm more of a counselor, or I'm trying to feel the energy when I'm talking to them where they're at. Because you can hear in their email or their tone where they're at. And they might need a little pick me up. We all need a little pick me up. I need a little pick me up. But I self-talk a lot. I talk to myself a lot. It's like, oh, sis, come on. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Don't wait for somebody to do that for you. You got to be your own therapist. I'm your therapist today. You got to talk to yourself, talk positivity. And sometimes you have to do something physical. Go work out, go for a walk, go run, go swim, so you can clear your mind. Because exercise, what it does, it feeds your brain all this fresh blood, and it can erase all the negativity, all the junk. And that's why you have to get good sleep, because a lot of repair happens while you're in your REM sleep. Your brain gets washed out. Let me tell you, the battle is for your brain, for your mind. It's not for you. Don't worry about the body. We're exercising. It's great. But this is a bigger battle right up here. Because the enemy, he's like loose right now. I think he's always been loose. I don't know. Something to say to me. Thank you, Greta. Yeah, it's a battle for your mind. That's why I used to tell people, like to my friend, I said, listen, when your kids come home, you got to spend time deprogramming them from that school system over there that is telling these kids, you're not going to amount to nothing. We're creating prisons for you. 40% of you are going to end up in jail. The rest of you, you'll be nothing. You're not going to have a college degree. You're going to be at work as a janitor for the rest of your life. You are nothing. You'll be nothing. How many people tell their own kids that? Well, you keep telling your kid that, what do you think he's going to do? He's not as strong as you. You're a parent. You're the one with the experience. So you have to keep constantly. I used to tell him, tell me what happened. What did the teacher say? What happened? You play Inspector Gadget. And then you're like, no, that's not right. That's I don't know what I used to call my mom. I was the mom that was I was a militant mom. It's like, you tell me what happened. And then I was in that office. in a jiffy because you got to fight for your kids. You got to erase that notion that the only thing they can do is play basketball. I used to have my kids to get elective. I'm like, I want them to take geography, trigonometry. Oh no, Miss Lazar, she can. I'm like, why not? That's what I want him to. That's what the class I want for him. Because that's what they're gonna do. They program, they groom. Oh, that's a good word. They groom your kids to be nothing. Now, I came to the US when I was 18. I was already groomed to be my person, to be successful, even if I don't have money, but you can't control me. So that's what I put into my kids. But if you allow the history, what happened to you, and then you keep carrying this load, yes, there are some forces we cannot fight because people of color have been fighting a system. You're not fighting a person, you're fighting a system. That's a lot. But what you can do, the little crumb that they throw at you, you grab it and you make something with it. So they can say, oh, I thought that was going to kill him. Oh, you didn't kill him. No, you can kill all of us. Some of us will still rise, like Maya Angelou says. Still I rise. I refuse to stay down. And that should be your mindset in whatever stage in life you are, because your kids are watching, your grandkids are watching, your siblings are watching. Be genuine. Don't fake it. You have to be your person. You know, my kids used to say, oh, mom will never go for that. They need to know where you stand. You can't be like, oh, well, maybe, well, it depends. Some things are non-negotiables. You have to that's what standards are. You know, I think like in the 80s, it was like your truth, my truth, whose truth? I remember that. You believe this, you believe in God, well, that's your truth. I don't believe that's my truth. Whose truth is more important? I mean, you can have debate. That's what college does for kids. It expands their mind. But if you did a good job as a parent in the beginning, they'll come back to it. They'll come back to it to say, oh, well, yeah, my professor said this and that, but I think mom was right. You have to allow them that time to clarify in their mind what is right and what is not right, what is just, a sense of justice. A sense of justice. If you don't give your kids anything, make sure they know when they see something, they're like, oh, no, that's not right. It can be, oh, well, it depends. No. If someone's messing with the child, you can say, oh, well, maybe she was throwing herself at him. Or maybe she was wearing some short skirts. The absolute was you keep your paws off a child, period. There is no debate, right? Treating people equally. There's no debate about that. Whether it depends on the color of their skin or what their family didn't know. Those are absolutes. The Bible says, the Constitution said, but people don't pay attention to that. Grab your own truth for yourself. Don't rely on what, the justice system, you all know. That doesn't mean you're not going to be a victim. You have to understand that because the system is rigged against you. But you do what you can. And then if you go out fighting. You go out being you. And then that's your power. They can't take it. Even in the grave, they'll say she never gave up. She stayed true to herself. Wonderful, wonderful, Greta. Because I think that's such a sad legacy for any family to have. I can't even fathom it. Your baby comes out of you, and then you look at this child and you want to use her like a grown woman, your flesh and blood. I heard the story of this pastor who was pimping her daughters to the deacons after church. After Sunday church, they came to the house, they had dinner, and then they went to the basement. And then he would say, come bring us drinks or whatever. And then he was pimping. They were paying him. And the mother knew, oh, but he's the pastor. you'd have to kill me. You would have to kill me. And that's why I tell people, you mess with my kids. If I don't know, that's one thing. Even though I was a mother hen, it's like sleeping over. The kids would say, "Oh, my mom doesn't allow that." You don't have to come ask me. We had some rules. You do not spend the night at somebody's house. I don't know. And even if you know the person, these lychee men that walk into their little girl's friend, you still have to be careful with that. They say, "Oh, mom won't go for that." Mm. To tell me you want a man so bad that you ignoring that he's messing with your child. I mean, the stepfathers I can somewhat understand because I don't know where you got them from. I mean, if I had daughters, I'd never remarry and bring a man into my home. That's a danger, danger, danger. I'm not saying they're all like that. I'm not saying they're all like that. But how do you know? How do you know? I would be sleeping with one eye open all the time. That's no way to live. Because what that does to these children, you have no idea how it messes them up. I know I went on another rant this morning. Sorry, ladies. Oh my God, this is the kumbaya where we have to encourage each other and say hell to the no. So, however, you can protect yourself, your child, your grandchild, your little niece, nephew, because they don't just go after girls. They're so sick in the head, they don't care to mess up with little boys. There is a program on YouTube, I forgot what it's called, it's in black and white, where they interview, the words on the tip of my tongue. This guy, you don't see his face, he's in the background, he's interviewing these kids. Sometimes they're a little older, 20, 30s. Sometimes they're couples whose life has been so messed up. They're on that death row that they have in LA. They're living in the streets. You've seen the pictures of them in, is it Pittsburgh or wherever, where they took that drug and they're walking around like zombies and stuff. And they would interview these kids. Some of them were like 17, 16. And then he would ask them, he always asks, "Tell me what your home situation was like." And usually that's where it starts. Either somebody came into the home, messed with them, or it's the parents that mess with them. And then the hurt is so bad that these kids become promiscuous. They're looking for somebody because their idea of what a parent was has been shattered, right? The protector, the one who loves you, who supports you, who cares for you, now is messing with you. So you're all messed up in the head. These kids they're usually runaways. They start using drugs, and the next thing you're in the streets, you're gonna be pimped out. You in the street, you're gonna be trafficked because you can't take care of yourself. And these people are out there looking for you. And they can pick you out in the crowd. That this one, oh, she just left home. Oh, and then they promise you this and that. We're gonna give you clothes, we're gonna give this to stay, oh yeah, reel you in. And then when they say you go service these people, you say, "Oh, pow, pow." Then you get into the beat up. Take your passport, take your money, just give you enough to eat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how they get you. Because these kids, the stories they would tell you, oh my God. I would be sitting there watching and I'm just bawling. I can't understand some of these kids have gone through so much. So when you see them looking like they're 70 years old when they're just about 18 or 20, they've been used and abused. Life has been awful to them. And that's why it makes you appreciate you. If that didn't happen to you, that's because we just got lucky. God was watching over. But then when I say God was watching over, then I said, well, what about that one? Was he not watching over? That's where you really get crazy with your faith. You got to be careful. Don't go down that rabbit hole either. understand that evil has always existed. We can't blame God for that. But sometimes you wonder the genocides and everything. And I'm like, you're allowing all this to happen? Okay. And I have to try to watch myself so I don't question God or, you know, I'm only a little speck of dust. So, yeah. All right, out there, ladies, just, like I said, talk positivity, be good, be a good human, and just keep it moving. Don't be swayed by the wickedness and the evil in this world. Even if they do it, it's directed at you. Yes, this is hard. And I know a lot of us, we move away trying to get away from it. But we got to think of our sisters and brothers who are in it, in the thick of it. People being passed over for promotion because of the way they look, not giving you a mortgage or a house because of the way you look. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm off my soapbox. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Good. Have a good day. Buen dia.